I'm trying to get a good shot of her, but she just took off.
Yeah, I'm going to be thinning the Japanese maple to get some of the weight off. And I think we just saw Midge crawl in there. She's in there. But this is what you have to do with your Japanese maples. In fact, I started earlier, and you can see
You know,
how.
I will say this.
What?
As an uninformed person,
Yeah,
it's a beautiful tree.
it is, but it
And I
looks.
don't see cutting it. But
Stand back. It looks like a mop head. And so, where's air getting through there?
yeah.
Where is light getting through there? Japanese maples don't want to look like mushrooms. That just looks like a mushroom. And so I've done this a couple years and it always grows, but you want to be able, you can see where I started over here, the difference between this part and this part. You can actually see through there. Sunlight can get in there, which will green up the under part of this plant. It takes the weight off. And then you can see the beautiful structure of the tree itself. This is a lace leaf Japanese maple. And so you can see down here how heavy everything is. They like to have a little bit of a layered look. And that's what I'm going to work on today.
So you're going to do a shag cut, a bob cut?
It's probably going to be a little bit of a shag, not so much a blunt cut. But you know, Reggie was talking about this when I came down here today. I said, see, look at this big, long branch that has to come off. And you'll find yourself, you'll have to go under there. It'll allow me to get this weed out of there just to lighten this up a little bit. Lighten it up. Give it some air to breathe. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going on and on and on. And I'll link some other videos that I have about thinning my lace leaf maple, but I like to start going from the inside out so I can get into it. And you just have to start somewhere with your plant. So let's just start taking some pieces off. When I do, and Red, you may be able to see this, I'll go in and cut back.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me get in there.
Yeah, we'll get in here. I'll come in and cut back to where a leaf comes out. And then you can start seeing things that are laying down. And you have to do, here's a branch that is crossing.
Crossing. Okay, yeah. I got that.
Get that off of there. And all of a sudden, you've got some air going through here. You can see that. I'm going to go ahead and take that back a little further. And, you know, you can do a winter prune where you can see the dead and diseased, but you do this once it's leafed out for when it does this, how thick it gets underneath. So we're going to take off that. There we go. It doesn't take much to get some of that weight lifted off of the tree itself. Yeah, it is kind of like making a shag cut. I'll get that out of the pond.
I want to see you get in the pond to trim it.
And trust me, you'll have to climb into your tree. Where is that?
I forgot we had a light under there.
I know. Oh, yeah, I mean, it doesn't take much.
Let me get over on the other side here.
Okay.
Oh, there's a Buddha under there, too.
Yeah, there's a little Buddha. I'm going to go inside the tree for a few minutes, and then I'll come back out. So I've worked, as you can see, a little bit in that front. You can see how it's lightened up. I'm going to take this long branch right here off. We've got to get some air in here. Got to get in there a little bit. Just so we can get lift and air and light. What?
I was thinking about those old commercials because we're both old. And there used to be a commercial on TV where you hooked up a set of barber shears to a vacuum cleaner. It was called a Flowbee.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just went all over. Boy, this looks like it needs a big Flowbee.
It looks like it needs a big Flowbee. I know. It's all about.
You should invent one. Put it on the end of a stick, and then you could just.
Perhaps. Go in and. Once you get started doing this, you see, now you can see a little bit of light and layering through there. These trees continually throughout the summer put on leaf too once you do a little trimming like this. Give it a little fluff, see where the weight is.
So what you're saying is even with a bad haircut, it'll look better in a few weeks.
Give it a couple weeks. Yeah. Oh, good. And you know, I do like seeing some branching and the tree
hard to
trunk.
see the branching though.
You know, I want to see some of the tree trunk.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty. It's got a pretty tree trunk to it. So you're making like little windows.
I see.
Little windows. Just a little lift. Not a lot. But if you can see the difference already. I like all that. Let's take this back a little bit. What do you think so far? Oh, yeah. Okay, good. And, you know, the draping's beautiful, and it's okay to have some draping, but when it gets down to where it's flipping up, this is when you want to create some space at that bottom, again, for airflow. So, you know, if you have a larger tree, just take that little piece off. Just to give it that lift that it needs.
How old is this tree?
Oh,
did you not put it
this
in?
is over 20 years old. This tree was given to me in a pot, half dead, by Chuck when I was working over in Elkins. End of season, maybe a 5-gallon little bucket, maybe not even that, quart, half gallon. And look what's happened in the 20 years. You know, you live in a place long enough and you garden long enough. And this is what you get to see. You get to see maturity, which I love. There are a lot of new gardeners out there. Be patient. I have to tell you, though, if I buy new plants now, I buy a little bigger one. So I don't have to wait.
Well, our time is limited.
I don't have to wait 20 years to see it at its full height or maturity. Does this need to come up a little bit more here?
Yeah,
too?
oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. There. We're going to go. So I wanted to show you that even though it's draping onto the pachysandra, which I want to see, lift it up a little bit. Again, air circulation, light. If you can't see into the trunk of the tree, take a few more limbs out. I'm going to finish this and we'll show you the end product. I'm loving it. When you come down through here now, you can just see a little bit of light. I'm glad the sun's not out because you can get an idea. You can see the trunk of the tree. If you can see that there's more light, more air. It doesn't look like a mushroom. I kept It's not just cut off like a beetle haircut or a mushroom. It still has some shagginess to it, which I think is beautiful. And the tree's going to love me for it. Yes, indeed. And then, when we move backwards, like into the center of the garden from this point of view, you can see the light coming through from the left side. You can see the chimes that are there. You couldn't see any of that before, and the air circulating. So yeah, that is success. I'm loving it. It took, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, you want to tell them why you have a glove on your hand?
There was a short little delay because I did.
What?
Oh, I thought maybe I had blood on me.
No.
You should work with gloves on. I don't. I have a small little cut. Reggie goes, I can't look at cuts. And he goes, Teresa, it doesn't need stitches. Fine, let's just wrap it up and we'll finish it. Put a glove on. So there you have it. Another wonderful tree. Going to get some air circulation, a little bit of sunshine, and get out and do these little jobs, guys. Thanks for watching Gardening on the West Fork, Zone 6B, Weston, West Virginia. We'll see you the next time. Bye.